it's VJ.
It's Jame.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot
Shooters.
So we're back.
Yep.
And we're not going to have any drinks. Because the last episode
things got wild. If you can't tell by the H falling down behind us,
that's how we feel.
Things are going down.
But we will do the cheers for you. Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things
we wish we had.
Clink, 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 clink. Okay, so I'm going to give Jame an episode that I feel like she's not an episode, a shooter topic that I think she'll like. Hopefully it's still up.
If you want this guy to pursue you or like make a move on you, your profile cannot be private.
Yes, it can't. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
It cannot be private. This just happened to me. There was a cute girl that kind of slid a slick comment at me, and I peeped the profile picture. I'm like, I want to see more.
Yeah.
I clicked on the profile, private. Guess not. I can't do nothing with this.
Exactly.
Right? So I'm not even gonna respond. I wanted to respond.
Yep.
But you're not giving me anything to work with.
You have a higher chance of a
You
guy
got my ass
responding
on
back.
fucking Google looking up your name, searching for your Twitter, looking for your goddamn LinkedIn profile. Give me something! Just unprivate that shit.
So, we talked, and then there's an episode where I think it was our last social media episode, where I was like, Instagram, you're making a lot of changes, but you're not making the profile pictures bigger. So I agree with that statement where people will slide into your DMs or message you or be interested in you.
Or
but you
decide
can't,
to.
Yeah, or like you can't see. Okay. But it's like when somebody slides into your DMs and their page is private, first of all you see is their profile picture, which is teeny tiny, and the message that they sent. And you don't know anything else about that person. That person could be racist in our case. They could be misogynistic. You don't
so
like
in our case, like
because we're black.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Racist in our that person could be racist, but because their profile isn't public, all you see is a guy sliding your DMs, even though you're black, and they could be telling some crazy conspiracy theory or racist stuff. But I don't know that because your page is private.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, one, make the profile images expand.
And see, I copied it because Jame has been telling me forever that I needed to unprivatize my...
That's not what I've been saying. Or
you have been saying,
BJ,
why... No, different context, but you've been saying, why is your page private? It doesn't need to be private anymore. And the reason I had it private before is because a past, like when Instagram first came out, I didn't want who I was dating to have access to my life. Yep. So, and that's why. And I was like, well, I don't need to change it. She's like, you need to change that shit.
And the only reason I've brought up changing it is because of this podcast right here. Because it's like, we have two co-hosts. My page is private. So if anybody wants...
public.
Yeah, my page is public, sorry. If anybody wants to find out more about either one of us, and we put it in like the bio of our page, you can come see mine, you can't go see hers. And that was the only reason I was like, sure, make your page public. Like, it doesn't make sense to put our names, our Instagram names, in the bio of the podcast if it's not going to be public, because you're not checking your request daily, weekly, anything.
I do check my requests.
How many requests do you have?
Right now?
Right now. Today. And I know, and this is me knowing that she's went through and denied or accepted a good number.
Today, I don't think I have that many.
Because she's accepted a few of them.
Did I go there? No, I don't go there.
I think you go there.
They didn't switch up,
Follow, plus 100 others. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, so
it's only 1 plus 100. It's only 101.
It's only 101. It's not like when somebody follows you and your page is public. Like, I get you want to have things private. She ain't doing nothing that's going, like, you need to be private. I can see if you had OnlyFans. I could see if your ass was out there. I could see if you had a child and you wanted to keep your child private from the world. You have a pretty safe page where it's not like anything is being put out there that will put you in a negative light. And if it was, you could put it on close friends.
So you are, I'm going to be honest, I don't see myself changing my page.
I don't expect you to change your page.
So, it is what it is.
It is. My thing is,
but I don't feel like
I'm
not. I feel like I'm open to DMs. I don't feel like I have anything to hide, but for me, it's a control thing.
The thing is, so
like, why would you, if you decided to make your page private, why would it be?
If I made my page private, I would have a job that would have limits to what I could post on social media.
Okay.
And what people can see.
Okay.
Or I had a super controlling, abusive boyfriend that would be monitoring my page.
Okay.
But I think that social media
none of those apply to me.
Exactly. But I've gotten to a point where, and maybe it takes near-death experiences where you're just like, fuck it. Where I'm just like, you see what you see. I only put online what I want the world to see, and if I'm not sure about it, it'll be in my story and it'll be on close friends. And
see, for me, I feel like
if you had something that I could see,
I like on my page. It's really like nothing secret to see, but it's just like I want to know. Like I don't know if someone decides to follow you, do you get a notification?
You do.
Because for me, I'm like, I want to know who's following me.
You get a notification of who follows you. Like for mine, it'll say so and so followed you, and then you can block them from following you. This
has been a conversation between like us and a few other people where it's like, well, I don't, Instagram's not that big of a deal. Why not? But like my Facebook is private, my Instagram is private. The only thing that's not private is I think my TikTok
and this podcast. Which I think is the biggest open door for the both of us, because some of these episodes are semi-therapy sessions where we're talking about issues that we have. I mean, I don't care whether you do it or not. Like, I really do not care.
I know you don't.
It was only this...
For the podcast, you thought it was a good idea.
This conversation only came up because we were talking about our podcast bio.
Okay.
And whether or not people should be able to see who we are. Like, if you think about horrible decisions...
Okay.
You can go to...
I love that podcast.
I know, but I gotta put it in context. Like you can go to either one of the pages and see anything that they put up there, and it's not like they're putting up anything crazy, but it's still an open door for you to come in and say, "Hey, this is my podcast. This is who I am."
I might put that on my 30 by 30. Like 30 while 30.
And I feel like
unprivatize my page.
I feel like you would unprivatize your page and then not think twice about it after the fact. Because like it's not. I could see if you were posting anything that was extremely pirate, ratchet, party. It's
a control thing. Like control is a big thing.
But you still have the same amount of control as to who follows you, because you can still block them from following you.
That's true.
There's nothing like somebody can see your page, but the only time they would see it is if they're in a hashtag, or if you commented on somebody else's page.
I don't hashtag on my page.
Exactly. So, or if you comment, like, say we were talking about, we talked about Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert on our Black Love episode. Mm-hmm. If you commented on Tiana Taylor's page, your comment would show up there, but you don't do that. Your comment would show up there for people to see. And
because it's private, it won't show up?
It doesn't show up if it's private. If your page is private, but and you send messages,
I comment on the Sip in the Shot page.
Yeah, yourself. For people that are
a sip in the shot.
Exactly. Okay. Like you comment as yourself, like VJ, whatever your thing is.
My way is so private, so you can send me as many requests as you want.
And that's the crazy part. You can say the name, you can send a request. She's not gonna accept it, but I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to put your personal stuff out there. Since you don't want people to see your personal stuff.
And anyway, like when I think about it, I'm like, it's no real private.
There's nothing private on there. But if you
why don't you make yours public? Because yours was public before the podcast.
Mine was because I have nothing to hide.
You think I have something to hide, Frank?
Think you have something to hide?
Do you think I have something to hide?
No, that's why I don't understand it. I could, like, for me, my page, I've been in a lot of tough situations. And a lot of dicey situations with young men, with different people, where I did not feel comfortable being myself.
Okay.
me making my page private is public is me taking, like, there's nothing that you cannot see on my page, and if I don't want you to see what's on my page, you're not going to be on close friends, because that's where it's going to be in my story.
And see, for me, I feel like I'm such an open book.
And
I feel like I'm such an open book with my life, and Instagram is the only place that, like, you have to ask to be a part of my open book story.
And I'm just like, okay, you want to see what's on my Instagram? I don't post.
You don't, but I post. Like, I post on my story, I post
on my story, like, consistently I post on my story.
Okay.
I post more on my story than I will. 70-80% on my story out of the whole year. My story is where you're going to see what is happening in my day-to-day. Period.
Okay. Fair.
And, like, will I post on my page? No. Which I was going to post today because I was like, you should just post on your page. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Because for me, the page is an actual, tangible...
Like, someone can get on there. It's not going to be gone in 24 hours.
Yes. For a post, it's going to be gone in 24 hours, and I can make it a close friend. So I have a thing where it's just my closest friends, and you can see twerking, you can see whatever. Oh.
How do you think Instagram, like, why do you think it's such a big deal for private pages versus not, like, public pages?
I don't know. The only thing that I can think of is, for me, my family, like my aunts, my uncles, my parents, my grandparents, those are the only people in my life that I would be like, maybe I don't want you to see what's happening.
But, like,
in my
people
life.
you don't know, you don't care.
People I don't know, I don't care. And that's how I've always been. Like, I've been a shy person where it's like, I don't know if I want to talk to people that I don't know. I'm not the best at networking events. But it's like, you can follow me, and
But you don't post a whole lot.
I don't. And you know what? I think the other thing is, I like seeing other people's Instagrams. Like, it's not me. I guess it kind of is being nosy, but I like seeing how people decide to capture their life through photos.
Okay.
And so I love going on people's pages who are public and I will scroll through years of photos and be like,
girl, you
wow.
only got 16 posts.
Yeah, I deleted a lot of them. I mean, not deleted, but archived a lot of them. But it'll be like, I like seeing how you view the world through your photos.
I have 2,260.
I know, you do.
That's why mine is private.
You post anything and everything.
Like, for me, if you go on my page, you can see my life up until 2012. Because I don't delete...
You don't at this moment? And that's how it was last year.
I haven't deleted, but I definitely have archived things that I don't want you to know about my life.
Exactly.
Like, my ex is not on my page, but anything else that's about me specifically is on my page. Like, when I was in love, when I was not in love, when I was, like, in college and before. You can see all of that. But I think that's why I'm like, my shit is going to be private.
But it's knowing that about you changes what about somebody's perception. I'm not.
I feel like you're at a 10. You can bring to like a 7.
I accept what you perceive as me as a 10. But I'm gonna say I'm at a 7 or a 6.
I feel like
personality.
I feel like you're at a 10.
No, but I'm saying,
okay, go ahead.
What in those photos about you that you have not already given to the world is there? Because it's like, for me, my best friend is somebody that will post something and delete something.
And I don't delete.
And
anything.
The only time I did that one time because I was just like, you know what? If a job found my Instagram page, there's only a certain amount of things I would want them to see.
And I'm looking through my Instagram, like, if a job found my Instagram page, I might not want them to see that.
Yeah, but that's cute. That's a cute picture. I mean, I'm sorry you guys can't see. This is how we got on this topic. The original time was like, oh yeah, that's cute. I'm sorry the rest of the people that listen to the podcast can't figure out who VJ is at a deeper level through her Instagram because she won't have her page public. That's where we were. And that's how we got there. And I respect anybody's decision. I just don't have anything to hide. I don't want to live.
But I feel like when you say I don't have anything to hide, you're making it seem like I have something to hide.
I'm not. I'm really trying not to. I'm just saying because I have been in so many situations where, and the way that I think about myself, I'm very hard on myself. I can be very hard on my photos. I can be very hard on the way I'm perceived. the way I talk. Like, I don't listen to the episodes, but I'm just very judgmental of myself. And my Instagram is the one place that I try not to be that judgmental, where it's like, if you follow me, you happen upon my Instagram stories, you see who I am.
Okay.
Period. And so I try to keep that open, because it's like, I'm trying to push myself to be an open book. Like I say to them, you can ask me any question, I will answer it. I have no problem with that. So I don't think that I should have any place in my life that I'm closed off at if I'm going to be open on Instagram or open with people that don't know me. Because my story might help somebody else.
Yeah.
My Instagram might be like, oh, okay. Granted, there's nothing on the Instagram.
For me, I'm like, I'm an open book. Like, when you meet me, you can
except Instagram.
But I feel like I'm open in every sense of the word. If you ask me anything, if you don't ask me anything, because I've learned this about myself, I give my like experiences unasked. So I feel like Instagram is the last. Instagram and Facebook is the last thing I control. Where it's like, no, like you don't get to know that much about me that you don't get to meet me and know me and appreciate me.
And that's why I'm like, I control what I post versus what.
And see, for me, I'm like, because I know everyone who's following me, they know me, they appreciate me, they'll get to.
So if you met somebody, like, so you're an open book, and you met somebody at a networking event, right? And you're like, yeah, you're cool, I'm cool, whatever. What is your social media? Can I follow you on Instagram?
Well,
would you allow them to follow you? Because Instagram is one of the best ways to connect with people. A lot of people don't have Facebook. Like, our generation does not really have Facebook. Yeah, I have it only because my family has it.
Yeah, I use it. So. And
it's like, so Instagram is where I feel like you'll find the largest group of people our age range on. Like, my parents have Instagram. My sister has Instagram.
My mom doesn't have Instagram.
But it's like, you know, I have
Facebook. Getting them on Facebook was enough.
Exactly. So it's kind of just like, if you're an open book, why does the open book close on Instagram?
Because I'd rather be an open book to you in public versus an open book to you over social media.
So
like, if I feel like who I am as a person, you can come up and talk to me. Like, that's who I feel like I am. And if you're like, oh, well, what's your Instagram? Oh, send me a request. I'll accept it.
And are you going to accept it?
Yeah, immediately. But if it's someone that I don't know, I've never met, then I'm not going to.
Then why not just have a public page?
Because I'd rather see you.
You can see them. That's the thing that is crazy.
I'd rather see you
see them because
like, is your page private? Yeah, it is. But go ahead and send me a message. I got you. Or send me a request.
Well, I don't know how true that is. She has 101 requests. We don't know if you've ever met those people in person or not. You want to go through the list on this video?
I give you like 2. It's funny because
and that's the thing. We have other friends whose pages are private, and they'll go through the things, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and it'll be like a year and a half of you not accepting that person as somebody that wants to follow you. Exactly. If you couldn't hear that, she knows I feel with these people. So, I mean, it's your page. You do whatever you want with it. My page is public. I don't have anything to like prevent people to see my page. I actually also have multiple Instagram pages, so it's kind of like you get what you get.
You have 2 Instagram pages.
I do.
Don't say multiple like you got 3 or 4 Instagram pages.
Sip in the shower will be the 3rd.
Okay, so I have 2.
Yeah, you have 2. I have 3. And so I have a coworker who I've given my personal, the one that I post the most. She follows me on there. And then she found recently this weekend, just follow me this morning on my professional page for like weddings, events, etc. And then I have a Sip in a Shot podcast page.
Like 10K followers, I'm not following you. Okay.
With 23 followers, no, delete. And that's acceptable. You can say, no, thank you. I'm good. I think the perception of saying, the ability to not.
Radio? Do we know these people?
I think we do. I think they follow us on Sip in a Shot. I think the perception of not having control over your Instagram page is perception, and people can perceive what they want. you know, you do what you want to do. It's your page. It's private. If it's me looking at your page, I just want to see I just want to see the world through your eyes, and I think that pictures and photographs are the best way to view that. I'm not judging you off your page. I'm not necessarily going through your personal business unless you post your personal business, then you made that decision, not me.
And for me, I choose to keep my page private for now. I might make it public. That might be on my 30 while 30 list to make it public for a year. But as of right now, I like having that little bit of control over my life. Yeah. And I think what you decide to do, and I'm like, do I want a man to feel comfortable to send me a DM? Because that was the purpose of the video.
Oh,
that was the purpose of the video. Yeah. If he'll feel more comfortable to send me a message because my page is public. That's never been an issue for me. So if you want to talk to me, my page is private.
Funny thing, either way, your page is public or private, you still can choose whether or not you can accept that message or delete it. So
because my page is private
and my page is
in the request,
and my page is
never accepted.
Yep, and my page is public, and I still get the notification. Do you want to accept, block, or delete this message? So the security that I think people want to feel about their page
might not be there.
It might not actually be there the way you think it is, or it could be holding you back from great things. But it's your decision to make, and
it's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is
a sip
and a shot shooter. Bye.